right, and here we go. We are rolling. It is time for another episode of Cash's Top 5, and we have a very fun one today because I'm trying to think. I've done several episodes so far of the Top 5, and I can't remember anybody being as big of a fan of what they picked to rank. My friend Alexa Ross joining us today. How are you, my dear?
I'm so great. I am so happy to be talking about my favorite place in the entire world, Costco, which did start as a bit, but not in my life. Like I've been going to Costco for years and years and years in the suburbs of Philadelphia. My parents have had memberships truly as long as I can remember. So I am just happy to be spreading the good word and continue to just bring Costco to the lives of everyone.
Yeah, I should say that this podcast is not sponsored. This is not an ad. This is
I
just out
wish.
of the love in your heart for Costco. And it'll be fun because not only, so you have like you're Miss Costco, like you're a professional representative. You're going to be dressed up at Halloween time as the number one. You have the dress, the sweater from Costco, the Kirkland brand. And I before a couple days ago, I have never been to Costco. I've been aware of it. People talk about it. I've shared memes about it without really knowing the context. I mean, I kind of get it. But now that I've been, I feel confident in my picks. And I'm very curious to see a seasoned vet of your status, what you deem to be the best finds in a Costco. So if you're ready to roll, let's hear your number 5.
I do have an honorable mention. I do want to say that because these are not technically things you can buy at Costco, but I would consider them Costco finds.
Okay.
The food court, obviously, you cannot get a better deal than that hot dog, the pizza, the frozen yogurt is to die for. There you go. That's the good stuff. That is an honorable mention. I won't call it, because it's just like a nice little perk of your Costco trip is being able to eat there. And also samples. I mean, who doesn't love a sample? Who doesn't love going in like around lunchtime and being like, oh, like maybe there will be enough samples to fill me up, and maybe there won't, but either way, it's an adventure. And I did go with my mom the other day, and it wasn't a full lunch sample, but I had a couple things and it was good.
I think there were a couple set up when I went just a couple days ago. A coworker of mine, a friend of mine, Jeff, he's kind of like you. Like if you were to microscope down into your guys' red blood cells, it'd be like red C's for Costco. That's how
Probably
DNA it is. He's been a member for 25 years or whatever. He's like, oh, make sure you check out the samples. And so we're going around, there's like chicken salad, and this person's got like some tuna mix, something or whatever. It was very nice. I remember like Meijer and Kroger and stores like that having that when I was younger, but that has long since not been the case. So it was nice to see that again.
Yes, it's all good. But with my number 5, I'm going to start it off strong and a little more serious. Any name brand item. And I say this as not as a cop out, but I think it kind of can encapsulate a couple of things. So for example, there are hunter boots at like at Nordstrom will retail for like way more. The number and in how many Costco's there are must be smaller, but they will be significantly discounted. AirPods, the cheapest place you're going to get them, Costco, places like that, like bigger, or if you want a certain TV, like the Samsung Frame or something like that, like go and get those like big ticket items, no matter how big or small the ticket actually is, but like get them at Costco because they will be significantly reduced. The laptop that I'm doing this on right now, major Black Friday deal that replaced my old laptop that I also bought at Costco. So in case you were wondering, it works. No, but I think that kind of idea of like following for big ticket stuff, like in the spring, I usually wear a pair of white Puma sneakers, just like all the time, as just like my light, easy, everyday shoe. I'm sure at Puma, they retail for a lot more expensive than they are for Costco. At Costco, I get them for like $30. So it's a good find. They have like Levi's jackets and stuff like that will be like heavily discounted a la an outlet price. So whether that's like clothing or electronic or something like that, but something that like has a bigger name attached to it, that is like something tangible and not just like food or whatever, like that's, I think, going to be my number 5 always, because it is just easy and it's always, you're always going to like get the best bang for your buck at Costco there.
That was that really felt like a sponsorship read. That was fantastic.
You know what? Sponsor me.
Yeah, I hope you get it. We'll send this to them. We'll tag them. So how are they able to do that? Is it just because it's all wholesale and so they're not able? They don't, jack up to like a retail price or a premium price or whatever?
Probably. I mean, that's what you would think with like, just like buying a bunch of these like jackets in these situations and just like buying a bunch of, buying it wholesale and just selling it because they can.
Okay.
But
so it's not like an outlet mall where like one sleeve's longer than the other. So it was like a mess up. So they sell it for cheaper. It's not like that.
no, the TV the TV that is behind my thing right now, it's a 55-inch TV that I got for like maybe $200 during the pandemic, which is insane.
I'm so mad. I am so late to the game on Costco. This is ridiculous. That is fantastic. All right. Big brands, big name brands that are cheaper than other places at your number 5. That's a great pick. I'm going to be a little more specific and feel free to be.
I will be getting more specific. I will be getting more specific. This one felt like it needed to be said. So it was a little bit broader.
Sure. My number 5, and to your point, it's not just like food items. You can get a vacuum cleaner, you can get a bed, you can get a dresser, TV, they have everything. But I love to cook. And so seeing how terrible the selections have kind of gotten in certain supermarkets is so like, finally, here's some stuff that I can really mess with. So I've got quite a few food picks for my top 5 and my honorable mentions. But my number 5 is something you really can't get unless you go to a specialized butcher. And even then, sometimes they don't have it, but the ground bison at the meat counter, because I'm a bit of a carnivore. Red meat's not that great for you. So I try to do a lot of chicken, a lot of turkey. But if I can get some elk or some deer, like I really enjoy that, making like an elk burger, but like a bison burger is so solid. And it was just, like I said, I was such a nerd. I was everybody's grandpa out there just taking pictures of all the stuff that I found. Yeah, ground bison, number 5. Loved it.
Okay, so sticking with food, I'm going to stick with food. Sticking with food, I'm going to have to go with the rotisserie chicken, because the rotisserie chicken is a phenomenal price, a $5 rotisserie chicken. Whether you're living alone or you have a family, that food will be made use of. You can use it for meal prep. You can use it to feed your family. You can use it for any of these things. The price is unreal. Also, it's a good rotisserie chicken. Also, like, it's a really good rotisserie chicken. And if a rotisserie chicken isn't your thing, they also sell like a pre-pulled chicken from the rotisserie chickens.
I was just going to say, that's what really blew me away. Like, the rotisserie chickens are impressive. And in fact, when I went to the store this week, there was a line of people waiting for the next batch to come off of the rotisserie because they just churn them out over and over and over again. And then when I saw the bags of, they go ahead and pull they de-meat the chicken and then bag it for you so you can just have that plain. I'm like, oh my God, man, this is amazing. Nobody else does this. This is great.
Oh yeah, it's just like, it's good. Also, like, the quality is good.
Yeah, and it's $4.99. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Not eat a rotisserie chicken? Okay. Like, okay. If you're like a gym bro, I see so many TikToks that are like, my gym bro boyfriend buying a rotisserie chicken for the gains. And it's just like these dudes just like sitting in the Costco food court, just like eating rotisserie chicken off the bone.
Yeah, and you're right. You can do a lot with it. I mean, chicken salad, you make sandwiches, you can make like a pasta with the chicken, whatever, or like a casserole or whatever. Like, there's tons you can do with it. It's amazing. Okay, my number 4, I'm actually going to get away from food for a sec, technically, because as we had to take a little bit of a pause there with your cat Benji. We are both cat owners, so being able to see the massive quantities of kitty litter and cat food you can get for a great price, that's my number 4, is all the pet stuff. I mean, there was a giant aisle of it. I mean, it's just this huge warehouse, and then they just have pallets of all the cat stuff you could ever need.
I know. My only qualm with that is that I wish they had my cat's litter, and they don't. And that's like the big thing, is like, my cat specific litter they don't have. when I was a one cat household, yeah, I did do the litter there and it was great. And they have really good like treats and stuff and like all the dog beds and like you can get a cat tower for reasonable, like hats off to their pet selection. Great choice. It's a great choice.
All right, we've got big brands. We've got the rotisserie chicken. What do we got at number 3?
Number 3 is a staple in my household, both the household I grew up in and the household that I cultivated, as well as a bunch of other, places around. Like my old office used to have some, and my old newsroom, and it's the peanut butter pretzels that you can get in a gigantic jug.
Yes.
That snack, peanut butter and pretzel, you get your little like, oh my God, I can't say enough about sweet and savory things. Or sweet and salty.
That's a pull.
It's a lot of salt because some of them you can get them chocolate covered, you can get, the whole thing. But with that peanut butter pretzel, there's nothing better than pouring a little bit in a little bowl straight from the gigantic jug and being like, you know what, this is my afternoon snack today. Or you know what? I haven't eaten. You know what would really hit? And you know what always hits? The peanut butter pretzels. And if I get peanut butter pretzels anywhere else, they're not nearly as good. Like they're just not. And I don't know what it is. Like I don't do it. I have to get the ones from Costco. They're so good.
That's such a good pick. And I honestly probably should have included it in mine. I didn't think about it because, like I said, my coworker is Mr. Costco, been there forever. So we teach together. When we have I teach radio, so I have a bunch of radio students. And so there's a lot of stuff that's after school. We broadcast games, basketball, football, whatever. And sometimes kids are just hungry. That's just how it is. So I just keep snacks and water on deck, like I'm that teacher. And so I have him pick up big things of peanut butter pretzels that you're talking about. Like we've got this big jar with the black top. We've got like 3 or 4 of those in a cabinet tucked away just in case. So really that should have made my top 5, but it's become such a big part of our life in the classroom to have that on hand that I didn't think about. But that is a great pick. You just got to be careful when a student decides not to tell you that they have a peanut allergy. And so they go ahead and pop a couple in there and they're like, oh, wait, is there peanut butter in this? And yeah, all good. Everybody's fine.
All good. We have that's what EpiPens are for.
We're good. But yeah, no, that's a great pick. The peanut butter pretzels. So I said, I'm glad you've had
them. I am glad you've had them because they do always hit. They always hit.
Back to food. I said I like to cook, and I don't want to say specialty, but the thing I really like to get down with is like Mediterranean cooking. So any kind of Greek or Italian, right in that region there, that's really my jam. And so my favorite food in the world is the gyro. For the Hoosiers that are watching this, the gyro, the gyro is my favorite. And so when I'm walking through the aisles, all of a sudden I see that you can get these gyro slices. You talk about bro gains and protein and meal prep. Getting some gyro slices and putting them on a salad or putting them in a pita, like, oh my God, you can't get those anywhere. I've always looked for them like, why do I have to go to the patio or a Greek restaurant to get a real gyro? Now I can do them in my home because I make my own tzatziki sauce. It could have been number 1, but 2 and 1 are really great. So that's my number 3.
That is a good one. That's a really good one. Anything you can get. And there are so many different kinds of like proteins you can meal prep that you can get there. Like whether it's like carnitas or just like there's such a big, and it's just like tailored to your taste. So like whatever you vibe with, then like you vibe with.
Yeah.
So my number 2 is going to be the Kirkland brand vodka specifically. I can go pull it out of my freezer right now because I have a full one in my freezer right now. And maybe I should, just so we could have the visual of it because it's big. Like it's a large thing for $12.99.
If you want to go grab it real quick, we can.
I will. I'm going to grab it. We're going to look at this and we're going to appreciate it as well. So here you go. The American vodka distilled 6 times. This is $12.99. And obviously, the more times you distill your vodka is where it gets more expensive. So to have been distilled 6 times and be $12.99 for this bad boy.
That's huge. And so, yeah, if you go to a liquor store and you were to get a name, like a brand name vodka, that's going to run you probably 30-40 bucks, right? If not more.
if not more. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Now,
the same size, absolutely.
I've heard a rumor, and maybe you can confirm or deny, or maybe neither. Somebody told me, I think it was my buddy Ebbs, said that Kirkland vodka and Grey Goose are pretty much the same because they're made by the same people in the same, like in the same factory. That's where they make the same. So is it that true?
That's also what I've heard. And because I am not an official representative of the brand, I feel like I cannot
Yet,
confirm it
yet you're not
yet.
yet
TM,
as
TM, TM,
official.
TM. Not
Yeah.
yet with a bunch of asterisks. But all I know is if I'm drinking this or if I'm drinking like this does not taste like well vodka. This does not like when I was in college and was spending $12.99 on a bottle. I couldn't get a handle unless I was getting like
Kamchatka, Pop Off, Heaven's
some
Hill.
something that they used to also clean hibachi grills because they do. I'm serious. This is not a joke. This is a very serious and harmful fact. That I used to drink that stuff and it was disgusting. And that's how, like, if I wanted to spend that money, but now as an adult, $12.99 gets me this. So I've come a long way in my years of alcohol consumption
No judgment. I'm so proud.
to have something that also like the bottle feels like it's like a good quality glass bottle. Like it's not, it's pretty good. Obviously she's gluten-free, but yeah, produced and bottled Fairmount Limited, Mira Loma, California. So
there we go.
Perhaps, but it does taste on par with your more expensive vodkas. And if you're somebody who likes to throw parties or anything like that, I definitely recommend, and you like to make like batch cocktails, this is a good start to your batch vodka cocktails.
And I think even if you're not a vodka person, that makes a good gift to give.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody's going to be mad at that. Because I will admit I'm a rum drinker. I'm not much of a drinker these days, but it'll be rum and Coke if I am, because Ball State ruined vodka for me. I can't do that anymore. So
sure.
I only just recently was able to start drinking lemon lime Gatorade again, because before that was either the mixer or the hangover cure. So I was able to finally separate those. But me and vodka, nah, we're good. But that would be a go-to if I had to have like do like a mixed drink or something like that.
That, or they also sell wine and beer advent calendars, which are a great gift.
Oh, nice.
Which you couldn't buy in Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania has some fun liquor laws, as you may or may not know, some fun Quaker liquor laws. So they do not sell any of that stuff. So when I moved out here, I started seeing all the stuff that I'd seen on like TikTok or Instagram or on wherever, being like, oh, you can buy this alcohol here. So like the first time I had the Kirkland's vodka, or it was probably a couple summers ago, because my little sister goes to the University of Delaware. So they would drive to Delaware, where it is tax-free, to go buy all of their liquor at Costco.
Yeah, I've got a lot of family in Pennsylvania, the Eastern PA, and they've talked about that. And you actually got to Indy at the right time, because it was very recently that you could finally start buying booze on Sunday. You used to not be able to do that.
Didn't realize. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 is sticking with the cooking theme. I've got something that probably in most kitchens, they sell an Instant Pot that's also a slow cooker, and it's like $160. And it's like a really nice one. It's not, top of the line price. It's a solid thing that, being a single guy, working as much as I do, the last thing I want to do is make like a huge meal, sometimes when I come home late at night. But if I've got some like chicken that's been in the crock pot or the slow cooker all day, or if I want to do some quick broccoli or whatever, like boom, perfect machine. And they have it there.
That's a good one. I kind of put that under like the name brand things a little bit, just because like I got my like Instant Pot branded Instant Pot from there sort of thing. So for me, like that absolutely falls in that category. But like my air fryer's from there, my Instant Pot's from there, like great appliance, great little like mini appliance. I think my blender's from there. Like everything is so much more like reasonably priced. And so my number 1, I'm taking a very big, wide left turn from anything we talked about. And I'm going to say paper products, your toilet paper and your paper
Yep.
towels is the number one thing you can get at Costco, because you can get, and I don't care if you're single, I don't care if you live alone, I don't care if you have a family of 12. You will never be without your paper products if you go and buy them in bulk and you just have them and you keep them and you keep tabs on like where you are. Like if you're like, oh, I'm in the last of the mini packs of the toilet paper, I'm gonna have to go and run out. I have lived in my new apartment for a couple, like maybe like 3 months now. I'm not even close to being done with toilet paper. Like I'm not even close. And like I'm a single woman with 2 cats and I am not close, but it like saves money in the long run. It doesn't go bad. If you have the space to store it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the quality is really good. Like they're really absorbent paper towels and it's good toilet paper because you know that there's good and bad toilet paper. You know that.
No,
You know
that's a
that. I don't
fact.
need to tell you that.
That's a fact. Yeah.
And it's really like it's really nice. It's really nice. And for that, that's my biggest like sell for people to get a membership is like, dude, this stuff good.
You're really coming along with your ad reads. Like you're gonna be
I
you're
hope
gonna
so.
be the celebrity endorser of Costco. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be
I hope so. On January 6th, 2022, we're declaring it now. So there you go.
2023.
Oh my God, it's 2023.
Yeah, you did
Oh
it.
my God, I'm so not used to it.
Because
Wow.
we don't write checks anymore. We don't write the
That's
wrong
true.
date, but we can say it from time to time. Okay, so my number one for you is not at all practical like your pick. That is a great pick. Because it's paper towels, it's toilet paper, it's paper plates, it's napkins, it's all that stuff. A lot of great stuff. But like I said, I like to cook. And I also don't like to skimp on ingredients. Like if I'm going to cook with like good stuff. I don't get the cheap stuff. I don't get the stuff that's, loaded with crap. Get good stuff. Problem with that is that can get pretty expensive. But this is embarrassing. My number one is this hunk of Gouda cheese as big as my head. And it was like $8. Because I put Gouda in everything. I make French onion soup. I make pasta. I make a pizza. I do any stuffed mushrooms. Gouda's going in it. And so I can't, like, this would have been like $17 at Meijer. And there it's like 8 or 9. Can't believe it.
I'm so happy that you have discovered that you can get these really fun finds like that. I mean, they have really cool spices and rubs and stuff. If you've gone through and found that, like you can get
We looked at everything. Like
vanilla bean.
college me, if he knew about the huge pizza roll that you could get, 21-year-old me would be just, I wouldn't be here now if that were the case. And here's the other thing, because I like to cook, I like to mince my own garlic. But if you're in a pinch, you can get like a 3-gallon tub of minced garlic. Which again, I like Mediterranean, so I like Italian. I put garlic in there. I'll put a garlic and ice cream. I don't care. Perfect.
Garlic flavored ice cream. So the takeaway from this, I feel like, has been that the Midwest needs more Costco love.
Yeah, I was just saying that because the one that I went to really isn't that close to me. It's probably like 20, 25 minutes away. I'd like one that was a little closer, but because there are several around Indy, and you can get tires there. You can get your tires rotated there. You can get gas there at usually a discounted price than the other places.
Gasoline was going to be on my list, but it felt too practical, so I didn't. But yeah, getting gasoline when prices jump nationally, I am like exclusively getting my gas at Costco because it's significantly like upwards of $1 cheaper. So, and you need a Costco card to do it. You can't just get gas there.
I went with my coworker, and before I even left, I was like, oh, I'm getting a membership. Like, this is not even a question. I might even do the executive where you get like the 2% back or whatever.
I just upgraded. I felt like a big adult move in my life.
Look at you. Prime, you are Miss Costco. This is great. Any other honorable mentions before we wrap up?
Other honorable mentions. Gas for sure. Gas is a good one. I feel like there are a lot of things at Costco that I've not like really explored. I mean, I know people like buy fine jewelry there too. Like people will buy fine jewelry.
Wow.
But a big honorable mention for me, I would say, is like the toiletries and like
Mhm.
health and wellness. Like being able to get a thing of like ibuprofen, like that has like 1,000 pills in it for like
Yeah.
$12. Like you're never gonna be without your
The
over the counter.
multivitamin. Yeah.
Yeah, I get my allergy medicine there. I have 365 days of allergy medicine that was like $7. And
Oh
allergy
man.
medicine's like expensive. So
I used to make fun of Costco because it just seemed like such a yuppie, young coupley thing to be a part
I
of.
thought I thought it was the complete opposite. I thought it was like, oh, this is like for your like soccer mom's family of 6. Like,
That too. It just felt like I just felt separate from it. I felt like an outsider looking in, and now like I feel like I've been welcomed in, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I have a family now. This is fantastic. And yeah, I'm really glad that we did this because I wouldn't have gone had you not said, hey, let's do. We need to rank our top 5, and then it became impossible because they're all great.
I
I
know
mean,
that was a really that was a tough task. Truly, there's just like a lot of good stuff
yeah.
there. So I'm glad you were able to see the goodness, feel it, embrace it, be a part of it, and hopefully you get that executive membership and you start. I'm excited to see what Costco products you find and cook up with.
Oh, I'm going to start a series on TikTok, I think, of me doing Costco stuff. And I'm going to be the guy that goes viral. Did you see the guy who was like showing off his Costco card to a girl in the stands at a college football game? And like, he was
No, but
mad
I
'cause
love him.
it was him like bragging, like, oh, check this out. She's like, oh, wow, a Costco card. So that's going to be me. Hey, bud.
We're feeling better. I think we're feeling better. But yeah, no, this man has sleeps in a bed that is a Kirkland branded bed. Like we don't mess around in this house.
No, you don't. All right, Alexa, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll get you on another episode too. Where can people find you and follow you? You're always on air yapping about sports. I want them to come find you.
Yeah, at Alexa Ross TV on Twitter. You can find me there for your Colts commentary, which will be over soon, mercifully, thank God.
Yeah.
Pacers, Fever, college hoops, you name it, and also Philadelphia stuff because I am a Philadelphia fan by trade. So thank you so much for having me.